like this.
Okay, well, all G-Wagons are amazing vehicles, but as I mentioned, I was a bit disappointed about how a G-Wagon felt, like the stock car, having had pretty powerful, you know, and noisy vehicles before. I had an Overfinch SVR, and so that's when I started looking into what the options were around just taking this to the next level, really. And what I've ended up with is a pretty brutal car in terms of sound and performance. I ended up choosing an Akrapovic fully titanium exhaust. That is ultimately the muffler and link pipe. So you can get away and install a muffler and you don't need to have the engine remapped, but if you ultimately install the link pipe, you then do. And it's the full titanium exhaust all the way up to the header pipe of the G-Wagon where the cat is. So I've had to have the OPF filter removed. Now I was majorly concerned because I was like, oh, is that going to be an issue servicing it? Well, I've had this G-Wagon 5 years now. I've never kept a car so long. That's the beauty of G-Wagons. They're sort of
built to last, aren't they?
They're built to last. I had it completely fitted out with the Akrapovic black limited edition exhaust. It looks awesome. Sounds unbelievable. Had it remapped by DMS. I got it down on the rolling road once, just because I wanted to know. I really needed to know what the power output was. One run achieved 750 brake. I was like pretty amazed.
Considering Chris on the standard, which is, well, for most enough, but obviously if you're going for the exhaust, why not go for the power as well?
Yeah, why not go for the power as well?
And like you said to me earlier, actually off camera, it feels like you had a new car once you'd done all that.
Yeah, it was like, you know, because I'd had the car for 6 months before I had the work done, and then it was literally like stepping into a new car. New power, new dynamic of the vehicle. It is pretty much debadged, meaning I've got the AMG badging on it. It doesn't have a 750 or anything like that on it.
Like you were offered by someone, weren't you?
I was offered by Topaz. They'd actually bought me the 750 badge. They said, you got to stick it on, but I quite enjoy the incognito of people hearing and knowing that car's different. I've had it serviced. I've had the car a while now. I've had it serviced at Mercedes Brooklands. Never an issue. And the service manager, I mentioned to him that I'd had some work done to the car, and he said, we expect it with owners of G-Wagons. He just said it's a type of car where people like to play with that car. He says we always see a unique kind of G-Wagon coming in for a service. And that's great because you can customize it, you can make it your own.
Yeah, exactly. And like you said, you know, you drive it, well, pretty much daily,
I drive it daily. I mean, I do the school run, just like a normal G-Wagon, but I can tell you now, you stick it into Sport Plus mode, it is properly hold on, and the sound is just absolutely epic compared to the stock sounds, of just, you know, driving one off the forecourt. It is like it's a different car.
But yeah, it's good that you can there's still, you know, options out there to make it sound, you know, how it should in a way.
For anyone watching, of course, we won't be speeding, of course. Just
it is quick.
I mean, it's significantly different from the stock car.
Yeah. It's like a gunshot going through there.
People turn.
Just to go, what is that?
Their heads turn. And the car's tuned so well anyway, you know, through AMG, that when you get into Sport Plus, the notes with the change in exhaust, the car is really clever. And, you know, it's what an AMG owner wants. They want the sound, they want the play, they want the fun. So I've had this car valeted quite a few times by Belgravia Auto Valet, and he asked me just talking about iconic, he says, look, you own such an iconic car, it sounds great. I also I'm like a music producer. I have a couple of, almost like a record label, basically. Said, and I have a guy that would love to have your car in his music video.
Oh, really?
So I lent it to him for 2 days, the car, and he sent me a video back going, oh, you're an absolute legend. The guy wants to meet you and thank you personally. So the guy, I met the guy afterwards. Like he was a proper I don't know, a gangster.
Really?
That certainly came across in London, and I then got sent the video, and it was a full-on grime video.
It's on YouTube.
On YouTube, they were all wearing masks. There was all sorts of stuff going on in the car that I can't repeat, basically. In the
certain things maybe being smoked and
all sorts. Yeah, got my car back. It was super clean. The guy was super appreciative and nice of the fact that I'd lent him a car for a music shoot for 2 days.
That's awesome. Yeah. I'm just going to say, actually, we'll put the video up now to show you what we're on about.
Carry a machine, sing like Adele, flipping like laptop, Apple and Dell. He's no bad man, I can just tell. Hotter than stove, whipping it.
I wouldn't class myself as knowing all of the things that they were saying in that song, but the person that I showed it to said, oh my God, you know what he's saying now? And I'm like, no. He goes,
oh, really?
Well, one of the lines he says, I'm gonna chef you up.
Oh, really?
Yes. And I was obviously told what that means.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay. So I thought it was pretty good music, actually. I quite like the track.
Yeah.
I've taken this on long road trips, and someone will say, oh, surely that it's deafening, but you know what, in comfort mode it's not deafening.
Yeah.
I've driven it down to the south of France, I've driven it across beaches. I got it done straight away. As I said before, I was just I think the stock car for me is a bit muted.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say for those people that haven't done it, but it's more of a gurgle now. Yes, than a loud crack.
Yeah.
And this car absolutely cracks out the side, with the new exhaust system, and that to me, every time that happens, I smile. The finish of the Akrapovic exhaust, because it's sort of square, it sits under the sideboard.
The sill.
Yeah, the sill really neatly. Like it's been absolutely designed for it. Someone's obviously taken a lot of thought there around the design process.
Yeah.
Personally, I think it looks better than the original pipes that you get.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm biased, but have a look at the pictures. It just sits there really well.
Yeah.
I'm really happy with the car, and to get a new car, sounding car, what I personally feel is not a huge amount of money.
Yeah.
Because the car now is really exciting to drive. I've not seen anyone with this combination, and I'm sure there are, yes, but I've not come across anyone. I've come across one person that has had the Akrapovic muffler, yes, an exhaust tip. So, but not also the, not the link pipes or anything like that. So,
and obviously the remap as well.
Obviously the remap that has to be done.
Likely the only one in the country with this exact setup at the minute.
Yeah,
potentially others.
I mean, I'd like to see others, yes, but I haven't seen others. But it's that makes it quite unique, which is good. And I think that's the beauty of the G-Wagon. You can do those small things and have quite a unique car. The other thing what's great about the G-Wagon around town is speed bumps don't really apply to
can hardly kill them.
G-Wagon owners.
No.